What's up everyone and welcome to another Warframe video. Operation Scarlet Spear is here and the sentient invasion of the system has begun. Little Ducks recruited us to base out of her specially constructed relay to coordinate both ground strikes and strikes on board the sentient ships themselves. So how does it all work? Well, it comes down to two types of squads, the Railjack squad and the ground squad. Let's start by taking a look at the ground squad and what they have to do first. Your job is to head down onto the Earth from the relay, hunting down these Condrixes. Condrixes are the link to the sentient ship and can be damaged, and kill codes for the Railjack objective can be harvested and uploaded to the Railjack crew. So the way you do this is you head to your marker, at which point the Condrix comes down and opens up, deploying some sentient units and exposing its core. That core has three phases to it. When you've damaged down enough, it becomes invulnerable, deploys more sentient fighters to protect it, and those specific ones are marked on the map. Once those ones are destroyed, the Condrix becomes vulnerable again. Rinse and repeat until it becomes invulnerable with only a sliver of health left. Once you kill the deployed sentients in this phase, you can use your uplink in your inventory to start uploading codes. The more links you have, the faster this goes, so having a squad makes it a lot easier and a lot quicker. These codes are what the Railjack squad are going to be using to take down the Murex that is currently in orbit. This phase is like a defense, so you have to protect your uplink from the attacking Grenier. This mode, however, isn't actually endless. It caps at 17 Condrixes forced off. However, they do scale in level for each one you complete, meaning they're tankier and do more damage. This means that taking a good squad for the mission is crucial if you're going to push for rank 3 rewards. Check out Limbo for his Cataclysm and his stop time to make everyone safe, Rhino for Raw, Mirage for her Eclipse buff during the day, Chroma for his damage buff. These four in some combination are pretty much the way to go for this. For example, in the footage you can see us running a Limbo and 3 Mirages and melting every single Condrix, which means we were able to do all 17 Condrixes in about 25 minutes. But they need the right weapons, and unlike the Plague Star Hemocyte, there is no damage cap, which means that things like Snipers, Redeemer, Kuva Brahma, Catchmoon, or even Exodia Contagion work fantastically. Redeemer is pretty much top tier right now, especially when combined with Mirage, as you can see. And when you pair that with a Kuva Brahma for Ad Clear, you have a fearsome combination that is almost impossible to beat. That's pretty much it for the ground part of the mission though. It's not particularly difficult. Shoot the Condrix, shoot the Sentients, deploy the thing, defend the thing, rinse and repeat. However, hopefully those frame and weapon suggestions help you out a little bit. And then we have the Railjack portion of the event. When you load in, your Railjack will have a satellite attached to your guns. You need to move it into position as quickly as you can without letting it die. Once it's in position, it becomes invulnerable. Park your Railjack underneath the Murex, on top of the little white marker. Protects it incredibly well. Have your squad disembark and head inside. Get to the marker, drop your uplinks. You then receive the codes from the ground units that you use to force the Murex away. It's a defense mission at that stage, defending the links until you have 9 codes. The more uplinks you have deployed, the quicker it goes, so while I was solo in the footage, it is better to have it a full squad if you can. Once you have 9 done, the Murex is forced away. You need to pick up the satellite again, move it to the next Murex, which is marked on your map, and then rinse and repeat. Right now, in all honesty, the Railjack part is completely irrelevant. The actual Railjack itself. They can't figure out how to get to the Railjack under the Murex, and if they do, you can always use your Revelite repair thing to teleport back if you've got that intrinsic. If they do fix that, you could always have one person defend the uplinks, and then 3 people fighting the Railjack part, or 2 and 2, whatever you really want to do. There's a reason I say one person defend the uplink, and that's because literally the only frame that is required is actually Limbo. Everything else in the squad actually doesn't really matter. You can use whatever you want. Limbo just makes this so ridiculously easy. You can just sit and watch TV while you do it. Even if they fix the Sentients not being able to path to the Railjack, a single Limbo can hold them off from destroying the uplinks very, very easily. And while his weapon isn't particularly relevant, obviously Paracesis is going to be your top choice here, although really any good melee is going to shred them easily. But the TLDR of this is move satellite, park railjack, deploy oblink, defend it, rinse and repeat. It's not an endless mode though, so after 5 Murex, you're going to finish the mission and head back to the relay. So those are the two modes, how they work, and a couple of little tips of how to get the most out of them. But how about the scoring? Well, honestly, the actual scoring is a bit of a mystery to me. There is a table on the forums explaining it all, but the really basic TLDR is the longer you stay in, the more kill codes you use or send, depending on your mode, the more points you get. These points add up per Murex and put you in a ranking of 1 to 3. 1,000 points for rank 1, 3,000 for rank 2, and 5,000 for rank 3. These ranks will give you a bonus payout when the Murex is finally forced off at the end of its timer. You get a massive 10,000 event rep to spend with Little Duck at rank 3, so it's definitely worth pushing to get that. In terms of rewards though, 2 brand new weapons, one of them is a Lacera variant and one's a brand new assault rifle. There's a new Simulacrum style, there's a bunch of cosmetics, and of course all of the arcanes. Only the commons and non-commons are in as of this video coming out, however the rares and legendary ones are coming soon. I'll have weapon videos coming out soon enough for the actual 2 weapons, so stay tuned for those. So that's the event missions and the rewards. What do I think of the events so far? Well, honestly, apart from the rewards being slightly overpriced, I am enjoying it. However, I do think it has issues. The rewards as an endgame player seem not too bad, if I'm being perfectly honest. We can easily hit rank 3 in either the railjack mission or the ground mission every single time, and get the additional 10k rep to spend on our arcanes or whatever. However, the reality is you don't balance economy around players like us. You balance it around the people who can't play as much, who have jobs or aren't max geared with crazy setups. And when you look at it like that, then realistically, things are a bit too expensive. Maybe a 25 to 50% reduction in costs would be good. That way both your endgame players and the players that don't have the time investment actually do benefit. The endgame players can get rewards faster and hoard them to sell them later, for example, whereas the rewards are just a little bit easier to get for those with a job or just not enough time or gear to push for rank 3 every single time. And then you have the issue that there is a large difference between the railjack mission and the ground mission. The railjack mission, while the matchmaking is broken right now, is vastly easier to do, to the point of being almost semi-AFKable, whilst giving almost the same rewards as the ground mission, but with vastly less effort. The ground mission is crazy, it's hugely mobile, constant action, and even with a fantastic squad takes longer than railjack, for slightly more rewards. The Warframe's the type of game where people are going to go to where the rewards are better, which means that if the community imbalance is too much, there will be too many squads in railjack and not enough squads to feed them the codes. This isn't helped by the fact that the lack of difficulty in space means that it takes about 25 minutes on average to use 45 codes. A good squad in ground missions are getting 51 every 30-ish minutes, and that's a good squad. Average squads are going to take a fair bit longer than that. Space squads are already having to abort missions due to lack of codes, meaning they're sitting there waiting for them. You need almost twice as many ground units to keep the railjack fed at this stage, and if the railjack has the benefits I talked about before and more people start doing that instead of the ground, this event is going to screech to a halt rather quickly. That being said, I do actually like the event. I like having a ton of stuff to get my teeth into, to grind for, to actually play for. Cosmetics, new weapons, rebuilding all my arcanes after the mainline nuked them all. And honestly, it is actually kind of fun. It does have issues for sure, however, I am enjoying it so far. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below, how you're finding it so far, are you enjoying it, and what are your thoughts on the economy? But for now, many thanks for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, stay safe, and I will catch you in the next video.